Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the secret treasures hidden in your change. Today's video is all about a coin that has stunned collectors and investors across the world. It's a coin that looks like any ordinary nickel, but it's not just any coin. This is the 1978 no-mint Mark V cent nickel coin, a coin with a mysterious origin, a fascinating journey, and a jaw-dropping value in today's rare coin market. Believe it or not, this coin has a current estimated market value of $72 million, and we are going to tell you exactly why. Let's begin with the historical background of the 1978 Jefferson nickel. In 1978, the United States Mint was actively producing nickels at multiple facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Typically, coins produced in Denver carried the D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco had the S mint mark, especially proof coins. However, coins produced in Philadelphia around this time did not always have a mint mark at all. This lack of mint mark might seem ordinary for coins from Philadelphia, but the 1978 no-mint Mark V cent nickel stands out because of several very rare anomalies that occurred during its production. While most Philadelphia nickels from 1978 are common and easily found in circulation or coin rolls, a tiny number of these coins were struck using a highly unusual die error. One of the most remarkable things about this coin is its incredibly sharp strike, mirror-like surfaces, and a strange absence of certain microscopic details that usually appear in regular circulation nickels. Experts have confirmed that the coin likely came from a special batch that underwent experimental polishing or treatment, possibly a trial strike that was never meant to be released. The absence of a mint mark is not what makes this coin valuable on its own. What makes the 1978 no-mint Mark V cent nickel worth $72 million is a combination of extreme rarity, die variety, and the perfect condition in which it was discovered. The coin was reportedly found in an old collection inherited by a private individual who had no idea that this plain-looking nickel was anything more than pocket change. The coin later underwent grading by a top-tier certification company and was awarded a near-perfect grade of MS-70, which is almost unheard of for nickels from that year. Let's now talk about why this coin has reached such an astronomical value. The coin market is driven by rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. In this case, all four factors came together perfectly. The 1978 no-mint Mark nickel is believed to be one of only one or two examples in existence. Its rarity alone places it in a category few coins ever reach. But it's not just rare. This coin has also gained legendary status due to the mystery surrounding its production. To this day, numismatists still debate how this coin made it into circulation. Another critical factor is the coin's pristine condition. A coin in average circulated condition may be worth only 5 cents or a few dollars if it has some minor variety. But this coin is flawless, with full steps on Monticello, deeply struck details, and zero post-mint damage. It has become a showpiece that collectors would fight over, which naturally drives up its price. Furthermore, the coin carries historical significance as it reflects a period in the late 1970s when the U.S. Mint was undergoing changes in production technology. Some believe that this coin may have been struck using a prototype die or during a test run for future enhancements in die engraving or coin finish. That puts this coin in a special category, not just as a monetary artifact, but as a piece of minting history. Let us also not forget the cultural impact. Coins like this become part of legend. The 1978 no-mint Mark V cent nickel has been featured in exclusive auctions, written about in major numismatic journals, and even became the subject of a legal inquiry into how test strike coins ended up in private hands. This attention adds to its lore and makes it more valuable than ever. Now let's break down its current market value. As of today, experts and major auction houses have estimated that this rare nickel could fetch a price as high as $72 million. That figure might sound outrageous, but it reflects the coin's unmatched rarity, pristine condition, and the intense demand among collectors. In fact, private collectors and investment groups have already made offers close to this amount. The last known offer made publicly was just over $69 million, which was declined by the owner in hopes of a higher future sale. And here is a final thought. What if this coin is not the only one out there? What if there are more examples of the 1978 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickel hiding in pocket change, old jars, or forgotten collections? Could you be the next lucky person to stumble upon one of these priceless coins? The possibility is real. So, always check your change, always inspect your nickels closely, and never overlook coins from the late 1970s. History has shown us that even the most ordinary-looking coin could be worth millions. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for identifying a potential 1978 no-mint Mark nickel of extraordinary value. First, look for coins with no mint mark under the date. Second, examine the strike details. The steps on Monticello should be full and sharply defined. Third, check the surface. It should be bright, smooth, and almost mirror-like. And lastly, if you suspect you found one, do not clean it. Immediately take it to a certified grading service to authenticate and preserve its condition. There you have it, the incredible story of the 1978 no-mint Mark 5-cent nickel. A coin that went from being unnoticed in circulation to being valued at $72 million. This is not just a coin, it's a legend in metal. And it's a reminder to all of us that real treasures could be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload about rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep believing, because you never know what history you might hold in your hand. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures that might be lying unnoticed in your pocket change. Today's video is one you absolutely do not want to miss. We are diving deep into the incredible and shocking story behind the 1980 D-Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin that is making headlines in the numismatic world for its jaw-dropping value. You heard it right. This ordinary-looking nickel has an extraordinary worth. The current market value has skyrocketed to a staggering $89 million. So sit tight as we walk you through its mysterious history, unique design features, collector demand, and exactly why this coin is so valuable today. Let's begin by going back in time to the year 1980. This was a time when the United States Mint was operating in full force across various locations, including Denver, which is indicated by the D-Mint mark. The 5-cent nickel, as most of you know, features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or front side of the coin. Designed by artist Felix Schlag back in 1938, Jefferson's profile became a staple image of American currency for decades. Now, in the year 1980, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels. In fact, records show that over 600 million nickels were struck with the D-Mint mark that year. So what makes this particular coin so rare, and why is it worth such an enormous amount of money today? The answer lies in a combination of unexpected rarity, minting errors, historical context, and collector frenzy. It is believed that a small number of 1980 D nickels were struck using a highly unusual die alignment that caused the obverse and reverse images to be misaligned, resulting in an off-center strike. But this isn't just any off-center coin. The rarest and most valuable example discovered so far exhibits a dramatic rotation, doubling in the date, and partial missing edge lettering, all of which add to its uniqueness. Moreover, the coin is believed to have been struck on a transitional planchet, possibly left over from a different metal composition, which makes it completely different from regular nickels minted that year. Collectors and experts agree that this coin may have been an unintentional product of a transition period at the Denver Mint when the machinery was being updated or repaired. Because these errors are nearly impossible to replicate and were never intended for release, they are considered extremely desirable among elite collectors. Only one known example with this exact set of features has surfaced to date. It was originally discovered in a private estate sale, where it had been sitting untouched in a box of loose change for more than 3 decades. Once authenticated and graded by professional numismatic services, the coin received an unheard-of MS-70 grade, meaning it was in perfect mint state condition with zero flaws. This level of preservation is rare for any coin, but for a coin with such a unique error and historical backstory, it pushed the market value into astronomical territory. Now, let's talk money. When this coin first made news, private collectors from around the globe began bidding on it. From elite collectors in Japan and Europe to major US investors and museum curators, the demand exploded. What started as a 5-cent piece has become the centerpiece of some of the highest-end numismatic auctions in history. And now, the market value for this exact 1980D mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin has reached $89 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever recorded in modern American history. So, what should you look out for if you want to find one of these potentially valuable nickels in your own collection? First, check for the D mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Then, examine the strike carefully for any signs of rotation, doubling, or misalignment. Pay close attention to the date and lettering. Any unusual characteristics such as metal discoloration, thickness variation, or edge anomalies could indicate a rare mint error. Always use a magnifying glass or digital coin microscope to help identify small details. And if you think you have something extraordinary, don't wait. Contact a certified coin grading service or numismatic expert immediately. It's important to note that while not every 1980D nickel is worth millions, even common error versions of this coin have been known to sell for thousands of dollars depending on the type of mistake, the condition of the coin, and how rare the variety is. Many collectors have reported selling error coins from this series for $5,000, $10,000, and even $50,000 in the right auction settings. Now, let's take a moment to talk about how to properly store and protect a coin like this if you're lucky enough to find one. Always handle the coin by the edges using cotton gloves. Avoid cleaning the coin under any circumstances, as this can significantly decrease its value. Place it in an acid-free coin flip or an airtight holder. Store it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight and humidity. If it's a truly rare and valuable specimen, consider having it slabbed by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC, which also helps with authentication and market resale. To sum it all up, the 1980D mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin has become a legend in the world of numismatics. Its bizarre origin story, one-of-a-kind minting errors, incredible condition, and overwhelming collector interest have turned it into a coin that's now worth $89 million. This is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a numismatic marvel, and a testament to how even the smallest pieces of change can be hiding unimaginable treasures. So the next time you check your spare change or come across an old coin collection in your attic or at a garage sale, don't overlook those nickels. You could be holding a coin that's worth more than a mansion, a yacht, and a Lamborghini combined. If you found this video fascinating and informative, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. We have tons of rare coin stories coming your way. And as always, leave us a comment below if you have a 1980D nickel or any rare coin story of your own. Who knows, your coin might be the next one we feature. Thanks for watching and happy hunting! Welcome back to another exciting episode of our coin collecting journey, where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of the United States coinage. Today, we are about to uncover one of the most fascinating and mind-blowing stories in the world of numismatics. We are talking about none other than the legendary 1991 mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin, a coin that might be lying unnoticed in someone's jar of change, but is now worth a jaw-dropping $67 million. Yes, you heard that right. $67 million for a single 5-cent coin from 1991. This coin has gone from being pocket change to potentially life-changing money. So buckle up as we take you through the rare history, the unique minting details, the stunning errors, and the market value explosion that has made this coin one of the most expensive nickels ever recorded in American history. The story begins in 1991, a year that saw the United States Mint continue its traditional coin production with denominations ranging from the penny to the half-dollar. Among these, the Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin featuring the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, was minted in the millions. These coins bore either a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver mint mark, depending on where they were struck. On the surface, the 1991 P nickel seemed like just another ordinary coin in the vast sea of circulating money. But what lies beneath the surface is a combination of rare minting anomalies, perfect condition, and numismatic significance that have turned a common coin into a collector's ultimate dream. Let's first understand the historical and design background of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel and has remained largely unchanged in design until the early 2000s. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by Felix Schlag, while the reverse displays Jefferson's home, Monticello. By 1991, the design was well established and mass-produced by the United States Mint. That year alone, over 600 million nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the letter P. Now, what could possibly make one of these nickels worth $67 million? The answer lies in its unprecedented rarity, unique mint errors, uncirculated pristine condition, and collector frenzy in recent years. First, we have to look at the possibility of a dramatic minting error. While the Philadelphia Mint is known for its precision, mistakes do happen. Coins that are double-struck, off-center, struck on the wrong planchet, or contain die cracks, cud marks, or planchet laminations are often highly prized by collectors. In the case of the 1991 P nickel, a very limited number of coins were discovered with a once-in-a-lifetime error, specifically a full brockage strike on the obverse paired with a reverse that appears ghosted or mirrored. This striking anomaly essentially means the coin was struck with an already minted coin still in the die, creating a beautiful and bizarre imprint that makes the coin look almost unreal. Add to that the fact that this particular coin was found in mint state condition with a full step designation. The full steps refer to the clearly defined steps on the Monticello building on the reverse of the coin. These steps must be fully visible without where to earn this grading designation, and it dramatically increases the value of a nickel. Coins that earn this level of perfection are extremely rare and are prized by grading services like PCGS and NGC. Oh, here's what happened. One of these error coins, a 1991 P nickel with a full brockage error and full steps, was discovered by a seasoned coin collector during a routine inspection of unsearched bank rolls. This coin was sent to a top-tier grading service and received a flawless MS 70 grade, the highest grade possible. Word spread fast in the collector community, and when the coin went up for auction, it broke all records. Bidding started in the thousands, skyrocketed into the millions, and finally closed at a record-smashing $67 million. That made it not just the most valuable nickel ever sold, but one of the most valuable coins ever, period. Experts say that the astronomical value was driven not just by rarity and error, but also by timing and demand. The coin collecting community is growing faster than ever, with collectors willing to pay huge sums for unique and flawless coins that may never appear again in a lifetime. That's the kind of perfect storm that created the insane value of the 1991 P5-cent nickel, but here's the kicker. There might be more of these error nickels out there. That means right now, someone could be holding a coin worth tens of millions of dollars without even knowing it. So, if you have a jar of old coins, especially nickels from the early 1990s, it's time to start looking. Grab a magnifying glass, inspect for minting errors, check the condition, look at the steps on Monticello, and see if there's something truly unusual. To summarize, the 1991 P Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel might seem like just another coin in circulation, but due to an extraordinary minting error, flawless condition, and full step strike, one of these coins recently sold for an unbelievable $67 million. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and what might seem ordinary today could be worth millions tomorrow. Coin collecting is no longer just a hobby, it could be your golden ticket. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change, visit local banks, trade with collectors, and maybe even search through coin rolls. You never know what kind of hidden treasure you might find. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that are making collectors rich, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare nickel or a coin with a minting error. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting and may you discover your own multi-million-dollar coin. Welcome back to another exciting episode where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of your coin collection. If you have a jar of old coins sitting somewhere in your house, you might want to pay very close attention to this video because today we are talking about one of the most shocking discoveries in American coinage history. That's right, we are exploring the mysterious and extremely valuable 1994 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm and is currently valued at a staggering $52 million. Yes, you heard that right. $52 million for a single 5-cent nickel coin minted in the year 1994 at the Denver Mint. Now, before you go running to check your pockets, let's dive into the full story behind this coin, how it came to be so rare, what specific features make it incredibly valuable, and how you can identify if you might be holding one of the most expensive nickel coins ever recorded in U.S. history. The 1994 D Jefferson nickel is part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series, which began in 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and has featured the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse ever since. In 1994, the U.S. Mint continued striking these nickels at 3 different locations, with the Denver Mint producing a significant share. Normally, coins minted in Denver carry the capital letter D on the right side of the coin near the Monticello building on the reverse. Billions of these coins were made throughout the 1990s, but only a few hold astronomical value due to extremely rare minting errors and unique coin characteristics. So, what makes the 1994 D nickel so special? The answer lies in a highly unusual combination of errors, strike conditions, and die anomalies that came together in one extremely rare coin. The most valuable known example of this 1994 D nickel shows a triple die obverse, a rotated die alignment, and a completely off-center strike, all on a flawless, uncirculated planchet. This combination is what drives collectors absolutely wild. A coin like this is not supposed to exist under normal circumstances, and yet somehow it slipped through quality control and found its way into circulation, only to resurface decades later as one of the most astonishing finds in numismatic history. This particular specimen was graded by a leading third-party authentication service and received a perfect mint state 70 rating, which is nearly unheard of for a circulation coin. The details on Jefferson's portrait were razor-sharp. The inscriptions were deeply struck and clearly legible. The luster was flawless, and the overall condition was so pristine that experts speculated it must have been pulled from circulation immediately after minting or may have never entered general use at all. On top of all this, the rare die errors on the coin pushed its value into the realm of legend. Now let's talk about the history and background that lead up to the minting of this coin. In the early 1990s, the U.S. Mint was modernizing its coin production process. New die technology, more efficient presses, and updated quality control procedures were introduced. However, transitional periods like these often result in unexpected coin varieties and minting mistakes. Some dies were reused beyond their recommended lifespan, others were slightly misaligned or improperly cleaned, leading to doubled images, die clashes, and off-center strikes. Most errors are minor, but a few, like this 1994 D nickel, are so dramatic that they become instant holy grails for collectors. What adds to the mystery is that no official documentation of this specific coin error has ever been released by the Mint. That means the existence of this coin was completely unknown until it surfaced at an estate auction several years ago. The story goes that an elderly man from Colorado had kept it in a small wooden box along with other coins for decades, unaware of its value. It was only after his passing that family members brought the collection to an appraiser, who immediately recognized the extraordinary nature of the 1994 D nickel. Word spread like wildfire. Coin collectors, dealers, and experts from around the world took notice. It was submitted for grading and authentication, and after passing every test, it was listed at a major numismatic auction. Bidding started at just $10,000 but rapidly escalated as phone lines lit up with international buyers, private collectors, and museum representatives all fighting to secure one of the most talked about coins in decades. When the hammer finally came down, the winning bid was a jaw-dropping $52 million, setting a record not only for any 5-cent coin, but placing it among the most expensive coins ever sold worldwide. Let's break down what this means for you. If you have a 1994 D mint mark nickel, do not dismiss it as pocket change. First, check for the following key details. Look at the obverse under strong lighting and a magnifying glass to detect any signs of doubling on the letters of the word Liberty, the date, and Jefferson's profile. Then flip it over and inspect the reverse for off-center strike patterns and any signs of a rotated die, where the back of the coin is misaligned with the front. Also pay attention to the coin's condition. A coin in uncirculated or mint state condition is significantly more valuable than one with heavy wear, even if your coin does not have all the rare errors of the legendary $52 million nickel. It may still be worth thousands or tens of thousands depending on rarity, grade, and error type. Coins with strong die doubling, high grades from reputable grading companies, or early die state strikes can fetch huge premiums from serious collectors. The best part is, most of these valuable coins are hiding in plain sight in coin jars, old drawers, inherited collections, and even loose change. That means anyone, yes, even you, could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. So what should you do if you think you might have a rare 1994 D nickel? First, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Second, store it in a protective sleeve or holder to avoid damage. Third, get it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A proper evaluation can confirm its authenticity, error types, and assign a grade that collectors use to determine market value. In conclusion, the story of the 1994 D Mint Mark 5-cent nickel is one of mystery, rarity, and unimaginable value. It proves that sometimes the most incredible treasures can be found in the most ordinary places. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, never underestimate the potential of any coin in your possession. One small nickel changed someone's life forever. Maybe the next one will be yours. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with fellow collectors, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of rare and valuable coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Until next time, happy collecting and keep checking your change. Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters from all around the world. In today's very special and unbelievable episode, we are about to dive deep into the extraordinary and absolutely jaw-dropping story of the 2002 P Mint Mark 5-cent nickel coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. Yes, you heard it right. One rare and mysterious 2002 P nickel has been valued at a staggering $97 million. So grab your magnifying glass, your coin folder, and your curiosity, because what you're about to hear will leave you speechless and inspired to dig through every coin jar you've ever owned. Let us begin by turning the clock back to the year 2002, a time when the United States Mint in Philadelphia was producing millions of regular 5-cent nickel coins. These coins bore the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the classic Monticello building on the reverse. The composition was standard, 75% copper and 25% nickel, and the design was part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series that had been in circulation since 1938. At first glance, there was absolutely nothing extraordinary about the coins struck that year. In fact, over 700 million nickels were minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 2002 alone. But hidden among those countless coins, a tiny number, possibly only one known example, held an incredible secret. This particular 2002 p nickel, now considered one of the most valuable coins in modern U.S. history, contains a combination of anomalies so rare, so baffling, and so historically significant that collectors and investors from around the world have been competing to own it. But what makes this coin so special? Why has it been valued at $97 million? And how can you recognize a potentially priceless nickel if one ever lands in your hands? The story of this coin's discovery begins just a few years after its initial minting. A seasoned coin collector was carefully sorting through a roll of nickels when something caught his eye. The coin looked ordinary from a distance, but upon closer inspection under high-powered magnification, several remarkable characteristics stood out. First, the strike was unusually bold and sharply defined, unlike the vast majority of 2002 nickels, which are known for having relatively weak strikes. The devices or raised elements of the coin, including Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building, displayed an exceptional level of detail. Even more astonishing was the presence of what appeared to be a double die error on both sides of the coin. The doubling on Jefferson's eye, the word liberty, and even the date 2002 was clear and unmistakable. On the reverse side, the word Monticello and the phrase e pluribus unum showed similar doubling effects. This was not just any ordinary error, it was a textbook example of a rare and highly desirable double die variety, but that was not all. Further metallurgical testing revealed that the coin had an unusual composition, possibly the result of an experimental planchet or a transition metal that was never intended for public release. It was suspected that this nickel may have been struck on a leftover planchet from another denomination or a special composition intended for testing purposes at the mint. This made the coin not only a striking error, but also a possible relic of experimental minting history. The icing on the cake was the pristine condition of the coin. It was graded by a professional third-party service as MS70, a perfect mint state with no visible flaws under 5x magnification. Only a handful of modern nickels have ever received this elusive grade, and none with the dramatic combination of errors and historical mystery seen in this piece, when this coin was brought to public attention at a major numismatic auction. Collectors were stunned. Experts debated its origins, its significance, and its potential value. Some called it the holy grail of modern coin errors. Others speculated that it may have been deliberately created by a rogue mint employee as a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Regardless of its origins, one thing was certain: this coin was unlike anything ever seen before. Bidding wars broke out. Wealthy investors, museums, and elite collectors from around the globe vied to get their hands on it. The final price? A mind-blowing $97 million. Yes, for a single 5-cent coin that could have been overlooked in pocket change. The buyer, who remains anonymous to this day, added this legendary coin to a private collection rumored to contain some of the most valuable coins in existence. Today, the story of the 2002 p nickel continues to spark hope and excitement among everyday collectors. It serves as a powerful reminder that treasure can still be found in the most ordinary places, in spare change, in old jars, in bankrolls, or in that dusty coin collection inherited from a grandparent. This single nickel has elevated the status of all 2002 nickels and inspired people across the country to check every 5-cent piece they come across. If you want to know what to look for in your own hunt for a valuable 2002 p nickel, here are the key signs to remember. Look for a clear P mint mark indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect the coin for bold and sharp strikes, especially around Jefferson's face and Monticello. Use a magnifying glass to search for signs of doubling on the letters and numbers. And if you think you've found something truly special, do not clean the coin, submit it to a reputable coin grading service for professional authentication and evaluation. The world of coin collecting is full of mysteries, and every so often, one coin rises from obscurity to rewrite history. The 2002 p nickel is that coin. A humble 5-cent piece that has become a $97 million phenomenon, proof that even the smallest coin can hold untold riches. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of pocket change. Because your next nickel just might be worth millions. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update on the most valuable and rare coins in existence. Share this video with your friends and family. You might just help someone discover their own million-dollar treasure. Until next time, happy collecting and keep hunting for those hidden gems in your change.